right. Well, let's see. What are we going to do next? This is one of the things I like about these dryer coils. I can sit here, uncoil this thing, and think about what I'm going to do next. Just a little bit of, I don't want to call it downtime because I'm doing something productive. It's not the most efficient use of time. Unwinding this like this, you know, I could probably snap off the ends here and make it go a little faster, but it gives me a chance to look around the shark cage and assess the various things that need to be done. So like right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pretty reasonable stacks of computers that need my attention. I've got a bunch of monitors that are backing up. I've been getting a lot of those in lately. They need to be dealt with. Some small form factors that need to be dealt with, and some servers that need to be dealt with. So, you've got to decide. I think PCs. Yep, I think it's time to get to work on some PCs. After I get done balling up this nice little #2 copper and chucking it in with the #2 copper. Get the power supply, screws, even if they don't want to play. There we go. The way that fell in there, that suggests that the wires have been cut already. Interesting. Interesting. Or that there just aren't that many wires. Pretty thin, not much power in this one, I guess. Something is very wrong. There's no bugs. There's no dust. There's no dirt. This is the cleanest computer I think I've ever worked on. I don't know what's going on here. Now, for those of you that are new to my channel, you'll see I'm just chucking this low-grade wire in with my #2. My yard lets me do that. Your yard probably requires that you put this in by itself as low-grade wire. They may also want you to cut the ends off, which is not that big a deal because those are gold connector ends for boardsort.com if you sell to them. Well, they're still gold connector ends even if you don't sell to them. Okay, 256, not much of a ram stick. Oops, wrong one. Gold finger card for boardsort.com. Take off this metal bracket to get your greatest value on that one. Another gold finger card, not much there. And with this one, we're going to cut this because it's in. Here we go. And with this one, we just get this screw off of here. Get this screw off of here. There we go. Now we have maximized the value on that board. Put you over here for a minute. Okay, so we have a, I don't know what we have yet because I haven't looked at what kind of socket we're dealing with. Duh. Okay, okie dokie. Nice. large socket. All right, so there's a brown fiber. That's very nice. Good. Brown fiber goes in with the green and brown fibers. Get the battery off of here. This goes into the place of batteries. A US quarter will fit down inside of that socket, so this is a large socket motherboard. If that had been a small socket, if a quarter wouldn't fit in there, then this would be a small socket or metal colored motherboard, which for my yard is medium grade. We have a nice heat sink here. Now, this is not going to go into the aluminum heat sinks because this is aluminum on copper. And I'll give that a whack and see if that'll come apart. If not, then it'll go in with the copper aluminum radiators. Yeah, that one doesn't want to come apart. So that's just going to go with my copper aluminum radiators. We have some brass risers in here. Let's get the brass riser extraction tube. And I keep dropping that one for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why. All right, there's the brass risers. Get the fan off of there. And we'll turn this into a small electric motor real quick. There we go, small electric motor or small copper bearing motor, depending upon how your yard classifies the stuff. Gonna get those CDs off of there. Pins here and here. They just squeeze and pull out like that. Oh man, they're screwed on the other side. Dadgummit. I hate when that happens, because that means I gotta spend time taking off the other side of this thing. There we go. Come on, back on you go. the faceplate back on. Get all these screws gathered up. Now I'm going to do something that's going to look a little bit unusual for some of y'all. I'm going to take the power supply and we're going to cut the cord off of it. And then we're chucking it back into the case. Why is that the case? Why? Why would I do that? Why would I put it in the case, and why would that be the case? Because the yard that I sell this stuff to is paying me more for shred than they would a power supply with no wire. The wire is worth a lot more to me cut off of the power supply. I have done a video on this. There'll be a link to take you to that video analyzing the value of power supplies. But in this case, right now, in this moment in time, the yard is paying so much for shred that it's worth it for me to just throw those into the shred pile. In with the shred. It's very weird. But that could change. So you always want to keep track of your pricing, keep up to date on what's going on in your yard. CD-ROMs, I just take the boards off of them, sell the board to board sort. I take and look at this. If this is gold, then I'll cut that off. It's not gold plated. That spindle is brass, so I'll pull that out. If you're a hobbyist and you have the time, there's going to be 1, 2, 3 motors that you'll want to go after. I don't mess with those. For me, I could spend forever on those because I go through so many of these. Like right there, there's all the PCs that I need to get done. And next week, maybe this week, there'll be more. Next week, there will definitely be more. So I got to keep them moving. Moving. Keep those PCs moving. PC hide. Or something like that. All right. CD-ROM boards. I just sent a box into board sort, so that is empty. All right. You are ready to get closed up. What happened to the screw that was here? Oh man, I swept it up with the other screws. Oh well, c'est la vie. Remember, if you have seen any of the tools, like the DeWalt or these Torx, these are always good. This is a good size Torx, or these vice grip pliers. If you have seen any of these kind of tools that I use and you want to find them, there is a link to my Amazon store. I am an Amazon affiliate. I get a little bit of money off of that, a commission. If you follow that link, you don't pay a penny more. I get a little bit of money, and I use that to help out with the Shark Scrapper Shark Adoption Project. You can also help with the Shark Scrapper Shark Adoption Project by becoming a Patreon. There's a link to take you to the Patreon page as well. There are 3 levels, and each one has got really cool stuff to let me give back to you, or you can still donate to the Shark Scrapper Shark Adoption Project the old way of just dropping some bucks in my PayPal account, paypal.me/shark scrapper. Or if you want to go even really old school, just mail me a check. Make sure you let me know if you want to remain anonymous, because I am as transparent as I possibly can be with the Shark Scrapper Shark Adoption Project 2 for 22. Remember, we did it. We adopted our shark from last year's effort, named her Alihikai, and this year we're trying to go for 2. No, that would be 4. 2 sharks. All right, everybody, we'll see you on the next one.